Touch mine.
Da 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 Batman. That's me. You don't think you got rid of me that easy, did you? Well, you know, I was down in the dumps yesterday. I was really depressed about fighting with Kevin. I mean, nothing's more depressing than drama and fighting with somebody when it didn't need to be. Me and him both said things we shouldn't have said to one another, and you know, so now we're both the worse for it. And I'm sorry about it. But I got a reason to wear these paranormal depends, if you like my picture over here. For the times when you feel like urinating in a haunted location. Well, baby, I feel like it today. Those of you that have followed me, you know I can talk to these spirits all the time, 24 hours a day. And I talk to them in full conversation. The EVPs, I get full sentences, just like I'm talking to you, and they answer me just like you would. And I know people, you know, it's true communication, as Huff would say. But nobody does it because these things are bad, man. They're bad. Well, I decided to talk to him this morning, and I got in there and I bared my soul to him, and I asked him a lot of questions about different things that I can't get answers from on the radio. And I know these things know everything just like them. They're spirits. And they speak to me in full sentences, just like I'm talking to you. So I wrote down everything they said to me, and I asked all kinds of things, and I'll try and remember them as I go through these things. I only actually made 2 EVPs because I can't sit here and play them with you all day because, you know, people hear different from what I hear. But I'm going to try and tell you what went on with this thing. And it wasn't good. You know, it wasn't good. Do I have attachments? Or does everybody have these things? I mean, how many of you have you went in there and reduced all the noise and dig down deep and try and talk to these things? Not many. People have told me that they tried it and yes, they got people. But to find out anything more about it or do it on any type of a regularity to learn what it is you're talking to, nobody's done it, I don't think, but me. And you know, I've told you I think they're evil. I told you there's 2 of them. One is good, one was evil. Well, anyway, when I first started this thing, before I said anything, an EVP comes in and says he doesn't like us. Right away, he doesn't like us. And then another one comes in and says he needs sympathy. Maybe because I'm feeling bad about yesterday, so they said he needs sympathy. I mean, they know everything about you. And then another one comes in and said he is too good. And I've been told that before by the spirits, you know, he's too good, especially by the evil ones. And apparently that's what these are. And then another one comes in and says, I ain't going to be his friend. Then another one comes in and says, hi, spirit. I don't know why they said that. I don't know what it was in conjunction with. But I come in and I said, you know, I believe there's 2 of you. One's good and one's evil. And one came in and says, there's really 5 of us. So there's 5 of them down there. Have I got 5 attachments? Is it possible? I suppose it is. But they said there was 5 of them. Not 2, but 5. That's new. And then they said it doesn't really matter. We're inside of you. Because I asked them, I said, you know, you told me before that you're kindred spirits and you're just like me. And they said, we're inside of you. And then they said something about no holy. No. I said something about, is there any Holy Spirits? Are any of you Holy Spirits? And they said, no. And then another one came in and said, you can't believe. You don't believe. You can't believe. You don't believe in us. We are in your brain. Yes, we are. And I said something about, you know, about kindred spirits. It says, you better believe it. And it says, we're like you. And they said that, I said something, they said, no loss for words. So, and it says, don't you ask us. I was going to ask them about something. I don't know. And he says, don't you ask us. And then they says, and I said, well, you something about them knowing everything. And it says, we know everything. And I said something about getting in a fight with Kevin. It says, I know you did. That's what they said. And they said, are you fighting me? No, I don't know what that was supposed to be. Whether I was fighting them or I was fighting Kevin. I don't know. But then I asked him about Nathan. I asked him about the circle. Now, I don't want to bring all that up and get Kevin going again. But I asked him about the circle. I said, what is the circle? And they said, off the main group. And they said the circle was off the main group. Whatever that means. Off the main group of spirits or whatever. It's like a separate place. Off the main group. And then they said, isn't Nathan an angel? And I told them I didn't know. I thought he was an angel, and they said, you're so right. And then they said something about I said something about he was not nice to me. And they says, don't you believe it? And then one of them come in and said, isn't he so good? In other words, like that was a bad thing. So definitely some evil ones in there. They don't think much of Nathan because he's an angel. Anything to do with heaven or holiness, they don't want anything to do with it. So this is an evil bunch. But I got to tell you, out of them 5, there was some good ones in there. They didn't talk as much as the evil ones because the evil ones had an agenda. They always do when I get in there. They want to convert me. They want me to join the devil. And I got a very special EVP for you today. The devil spoke to me again, and I got it on EVP. And I'm going to play it to you. Well, he said he was the devil. I have no reason why they would lie. And then they said something about Nathan. It says you're no friend of his. And apparently Nathan doesn't like me. You know, I've said that before, and they told me this is you're no friend of his. Maybe because these damn evil things are in me, so that makes me evil. But how do I get rid of them? You know. So maybe I am evil. I don't know. When I die, I'll find out. Then I said something about Kevin and him get along good, and it says you're right. And then they said something about it's about him. It wants him. Now, I don't know if they're talking about Nathan. Nathan wants Kevin. It wants him is what they said. Then I said something about I've started praying. And it says, damn, you make us sick. And then there was a growl. Damn, you make us sick. And then there was a growl. And I told him, I said, well, I'm not praying to try and pray my way into the heaven. And one of them come in and says, it's not going to happen. I know that. And then another one comes in and says, I like him. Oh, man. So let me go to the next page here. But I told him I was depressed and not feeling good about the fight I got in. And one of them comes in and says, it will work out. Now, I don't know if this is a good one, a bad one. And then I asked him something else about Nathan, and one of them comes in and says, don't ask me. He's an asshole. So, you can see these evil ones don't think much of Nathan because he's good. It's like Kevin says he is. And you know something else I found today? Listening to these things, you know, I would highlight the EVP, and I'd listen to it, and I'd listen to it, and I'd listen to it. Make sure, you know, what it was saying. I'd already taken the noise out of the whole thing. And I would go up there and I would slow the speed up or down. There's a slider up down the upper right hand top of Audacity. You can speed it up, slow it down when you're listening to it. And I would speed that up, and I would hear something completely different. And I would slow it down, and I would hear something different. What I think is, when they answer, all 5 of them are answering at the same time. But you don't only hear one. The one you hear is at the frequency you're at the time. By speeding it up, slowing it down, you change the frequency. And then you hear something different. That may be why when somebody puts an EVP up here, people hear differently. maybe we're all at a different vibrational level. You know, we're at a different level, and that's why we hear different things. But then another one come in, don't ask me, he's an asshole. And I says, why is that? And they said, because he's an angel. And it says, Larry, we love you. Yeah, the evil ones love me. And then the devil came in. It says, I'm the devil. And I'm going to play that for you. Let me go get it. Just a second. I know right where it's at. Believe me, I know right where it's at. Okay, let me get this up here next to the speaker. Let's see, let me play this a few times. Let me see. Here we go. Oh. Okay, here we go. I'm the devil. I'm the devil. That scared the shit out of me, like before. Because if it is, how many of you have talked to the devil? Couple more times. Okay, I'm the devil. All right. Let me go ahead. And then something about I said something about don't feel I'm evil. I don't feel I'm a bad person. And it says you're denying it. And that was right after the devil spoke. So you're denying it. And then another one came in like one of the good ones. It says you're faithful, which I always hear. You're faithful. The evil wouldn't say that to me. So there's a good one in there too. Not only the evil ones, but there's also a good one. It says you're faithful. And then another one comes in and says, I don't like it. You don't like it because I'm faithful. Don't like me because I'm faithful. And then I started telling him about me praying again every day. And I got another one here for you. Now this one is from one of the good ones. And to me it's saying, I talked with Jesus. Could be saying I talked with Satan, but I don't think it's saying that. I think it's saying Jesus. I've talked with Jesus. I talk with Jesus. So who that was, I don't know. But like I said, there was good ones in here also. But anyway, I told them I was praying every day, etc. And they said, you don't serve him. You don't serve him. And then I was saying something about I knew it wasn't going to get me in the gate by praying. And it says, you will not. And then another one comes in and says, don't mess with the heavenly. Don't mess with the heavenly. And then another one comes in and says, but you're evil. They're telling me I'm evil. And it says, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Then I said something else about spirits or something, and they said, spirits don't care what humans say. Spirits don't care what humans say. And then I said something about, I think this paranormal stuff is personal. It's something that we should just keep to ourselves. It's not meant for other ears. It's personal. And one of them comes in and says, oh God, yes, personal. Oh God, yes, personal. Okay, let me go on here. I know this is going to be a long one. Don't think you are an equal spirit to us. don't think you are an equal spirit to us. And of course we're not. We're a spirit in a body, but we're not a full-fledged spirit till we die. But they had to tell me, don't you think you're an equal spirit to us? So apparently they look down on us, whether they're good or they're bad. We're not their equal, and what we say or ask really don't matter to them. Then one came in, and I thought this was good. You can tell how evil they are. It says, reading the Bible will harm you. Reading the Bible will harm you. That's what they told me. Then the good one come in and says, don't let the spirits or dead follow you. Which apparently I have 5 of them following me. Well, that's great advice, but how do I get rid of them? You know, them 2 have been here with me how many years now? And I thought I shook them. I prayed to God. I asked for an intervention. I did everything, you know, because remember how I told you they used to be in my head all the time, and I heard them even without doing a recording like this, they'd be in my head. Well, I got rid of that. But apparently they're still with me. I need a priest to exorcise me or something, I guess. It's the only way I'm going to get rid of them. And then another one comes in and says, don't be talking to Nathan. Then another one comes in and says, I asked him, I says, maybe one of you can set me on the right path. So maybe one of you can set me on the right path. And they came in and they said, evil is more common. Evil is more common. Then one came in without me saying anything about this at all. It says, don't you see that orb? That is me. Don't you see that orb? That is me. So maybe that one of them I got attached to me is the orb. Because the orb, you know, they've told me before in EVPs that it was an attachment, that guy that shows up as an orb. So he may be one of the 5. Then I said something else about being in trouble for talking to the dead because the Bible says I shouldn't. And it says, trouble for talking? You better believe it. So if I'm in trouble, I got bad news for the rest of you that do this. You're in trouble too. And then they come in and they said, don't believe in anything. It's pointless. Don't believe in anything. It's pointless. Now that's negative. How negative can you get, you know? Then finally, the last thing I got was, why don't you do something with that beard? Why don't you do something with that beard? And that was the end of it. I didn't, you know, there was other stuff in there, but I didn't write everything down. But basically, it was the same old shit, you know. Every time I talk to them, things, I know they're evil. But I did find out I got 5 of them now, not 2. And I believe one of them's good. Maybe the devil's one of them, and a couple of them are bad, and one of them's that one that flies around my room here that study might be an attachment, and the other one, I don't know. But they said there was 5 of them, and they're part of me. So if they attach themselves to you, they're part of you. So, what have I received for doing this all this time? 5 attachments. Anybody know a priest to do exorcisms? I don't know any around here. I'll probably die with them still attached to me. But I didn't ask them about my health or nothing like that because I didn't want them telling me I was probably going to croak in 2 minutes, which is something evil would do. But that's what I got for you today. It's interesting. Whether you believe me or not, I could care less. But I wouldn't lie to you, never have before, so why would I start now? But, you know, if you want to try this sometime, just get Audacity. It's free. Hit the red record button up there and ask your questions. When you get all done, I've showed how this is done before. Highlight a little small portion of just the noise itself and bring up noise reduction and hit sample. Then go back and highlight the whole complete thing. Then hit noise reduction and hit OK, and it'll take the noise out of the whole thing. Then you can go through and you can see the little bumps, you know, and you can just highlight it and listen to it over and over, and if you can't hear it, you can amplify it or whatever. But they're there, and I think they're there for everybody. I think a couple of them are just the inherent part of you that's good and bad. I mean, the other day I talked about, you know, right from wrong. One of them is right, one of them is wrong. One of them is good, one of them is evil. And depending on you making your choice is the one you follow at the moment. But I don't know, but it's all interesting, and that's what I have for you today. And that's it. So hopefully you'll find this entertaining, trying to entertain you today. And no, I didn't pee my pants, but at least this time when I heard the devil speak, it wasn't like the first time. Because the first time, it actually reverberated my body. I felt my body shake when he spoke. So is this really the devil this time? I don't know. Was it just one of them evil ones pretending, to be somebody else, to be something else? That's what I mean. It's all a mystery, man. We don't know, and sometimes it's really disheartening. And even though we put a lot of effort into this, sometimes you just don't get anything for return for your effort. Anyway, I'm looking for another venue, something else I can do besides this. As I said in that last video, I believe, that little short one. And I'm still looking. I don't want to keep doing this, but after I did that this morning, I just had to make a video about it and tell you people about it. Because y'all have been good to me, so I wanted to make sure you knew what was going on. So thank you, toodaloo. Catch you next time. And I hope you'll like this.